Hello everyone. I hope all of you are very safe. Sri Aramjan Group of Schools welcomes you to our online learning initiative Ekalaiva. Today the subject which we are going to see is EVS for class 4 CBSE board. Do you have any guesses with these pictures? Just like a car, a bicycle or a truck has different parts such as gear, wheels, brakes, etc. A body is also a machine having various parts. And that is going to be our first lesson, parts of our body. These are some of our parts of our body. In this lesson, parts of our body, we are going to see about our body organs, brain, lungs, heart, stomach, liver, and kidneys. Our body organs are broadly classified into two categories. One is external organs and internal organs. First, we are going to see about external organs. So, in this picture, you will be able to see head, ears, fingers, arms, feet. So, what are these organs? These are external organs because we are able to see these organs outside our body. That is why we call these organs as external organs. Now, let us see the definition for external organs. External organs, the organs that are present outside the body and help to sense and protect internal organs. The example is skin. Now we are going to see about internal organs. Internal organs are nothing but the organs which are present inside our body. For example, if you take brain, heart, stomach, intestine, kidneys, these organs will be present inside our body which is invisible to us. So that is why we call these organs as internal organs. Internal organs, the organs present inside the body and perform various functions are called internal organs. This picture shows the internal organs of our body. For example, this is our stomach, large intestine, small intestine, then rectum, anus, and inside our ribs, lungs are present. So these are some of our internal organs. Internal organs includes brain, lungs, heart, stomach, liver and kidneys. Now in this lesson we are going to see all these internal organs in detail. The first organ we are going to see is brain. This is the structure of human brain which is very much important for all human beings. The first internal organ we are going to see is brain. In this picture, you will be able to see that more informations are storing inside our brain. So, our brain stores information in the form of memories. All of us are able to say our childhood stories even now also. Do you know how it is possible? Because our brain stores more information in the form of memories. Children, I have an interesting fact to share with you. Do you know that a human brain has a capacity to store 5 times as much information as Wikipedia? Our brain is a part of our nervous system. Our brain controls almost all functions of our body. It is situated inside head and protected by hard bony structure called skull. Our brain stores information in the form of memories. And I would like to tell you what is skull. If you touch your head, you will feel a hard bony structure that is called skull. Here in this picture, you will be able to see that brain is connected with all the organs of our body. The brain connects to the nerves that travel throughout the body, which means our brain will connect with all our internal organ, all our parts of our body through nerves. So in this picture, you will be able to see all our sense organs are connected with brain. Nerves from our sense organs like eyes, ears, nose, skin, etc. send signals to the brain and receives signals from the brain. For example, if someone is calling you or if someone is kicking you, how will you know that someone is calling you or someone is kicking you? If someone calls you, your ears will receive the information and it will send the signal to the brain. And again, the brain will intimate you that someone is calling you. And if someone is kicking or pinching you, you will feel pain. So that will be intimated to brain through our skin. And then the brain will respond you that someone is kicking you and that is why you will feel pain. And children, do you have any guesses about this organ? Do you know the name of this organ? Have you ever seen it? Yes, it is the human lungs. The lungs are the primary organ of the respiratory system, not only in humans and also in many other animals. There are two lungs located near our backbone on either side of our heart. Our lungs helps us to breathe. Now I would like to tell the meaning for breathing. Breathing is the process of moving air into and out of the lungs to facilitate gas exchange. This breathing involves two processes. One is inhalation and the other is exhalation. During inhalation process, we breathe in oxygen and during exhalation process, we breathe out carbon dioxide. Both this oxygen and carbon dioxide are gases. That is why breathing is the process of gaseous exchange. During inhalation process, our lungs will expand and during exhalation process, our lungs will contract. And in this picture, you will be able to see clearly that during inhalation, our lungs expand and during exhalation, our lungs contract. Here you see air in, that time your lungs expand and during air out, your lungs contract. Now, the most important organ we are going to see is our heart. This is a structure of human heart. Our heart is an important organ for our circulatory system. The heart is a muscular organ which is reddish brown in color. And our heart pumps blood to all the parts of our body through blood vessels. Heart provides oxygen and nutrients through the blood vessels to all the parts of our body. Blood also collects carbon dioxide and waste materials from all the parts of the body to the excretory organ which remove waste from the body. And now we are going to see about four chambers of our heart. In this picture, you will be able to see the four chambers of our heart. For example, here it is right atrium and here it is left atrium. This is right ventricle and this is left ventricle. These are the four chambers of our heart. The upper right and left, the upper right and left chambers are called atria. In plural it is atria, in singular it is atrium. And the lower right and the lower left chambers are called ventricles. Blood circulation takes place through blood vessels. Blood circulation takes place through blood vessels. The blood vessels that carry oxygen-rich blood through arteries. I'll tell you again. The blood vessels which carry oxygen-rich blood to all the parts of the body are called arteries, and these arteries are red in color and have thick walls. The blood vessels that carry impure blood to all the parts of the body are called veins. These veins are blue in color and they have thin walls. Do you know the name of this organ? Any idea? Yes, it is our stomach. Our stomach is the important organ for our digestive system. It is a pear-shaped muscular organ that is located in the upper abdomen under the ribs. Our stomach helps in the breaking down of food particles. Stomach involves in the process of digestion. Now let us see what is digestion. Digestion is the breaking down of large insoluble food molecules into small soluble food molecules so that they can be absorbed into the blood. So in this picture, you could see the process of digestion. Your digestion starts with mouth, wherein the food enters, and inside your mouth you will be crushing your food, and then the food will goes inside your stomach through a pipe called food pipe. And then in your stomach half of the digestion will happen. After that the food will send into small intestine, and again the digestion completes here. Then the undigested food will send into the large intestine, and then wherein water is absorbed. After that the waste materials are stored in rectum. After that it will remove through anus. So we'll see about this digestion and the organs involved in digestion detail. So now we are going to see about the process that is involved in digestion. The organs that are involved in digestion are mouth, food pipe, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus. These are the organs that are involved in the process of digestion. I'll tell you again, digestion is the process of breaking down of food into smaller parts that can be easily absorbed by our blood. When we chew our food and swallow it, the food enters into our stomach through a pipe called food pipe. This food pipe is also called as esophagus. When the food enters the stomach, the muscles of the stomach mixes and mashes the food. The juices made by the glands in the lining of the stomach helps to digest the food partially. After that, the food enters into the small intestine where the digestion continues and completes. Finally, the blood absorbs the nutrients from the digested food through the walls of the small intestine, and then it distributes to all the parts of our body. The undigested food reaches the large intestine, and then where water is absorbed from the undigested food and stored as feces. It is removed through anus. And then we have to follow certain things for our proper digestion. Now, what to do for proper digestion? We have to chew our food properly and we should eat on time. We should avoid overeating. We should add lots of fruits and salad in our regular diet, and we should not eat junk food. And there should be 3 to 4 hours between each meal. So these are the some of the rules or conditions that we have to follow for proper digestion. This is the next organ we are going to see about. Do you have any guesses what is the name of this organ? Yes, it is liver. The liver is a reddish brown organ located next to our stomach on the right side. Our liver helps in the digestion of fat. It makes protein important for blood clotting and other functions. Also, it helps in removing harmful chemicals from the body in the form of waste material through our kidneys. Now, the last organ we are going to see is kidneys. The kidneys are bean-shaped organ which is present on either side of your spine, below our ribs and behind our belly. Each kidney is about 4 to 5 inches long. The main work of the kidney is to filter blood. It helps to remove waste from the body. The waste gets collected in the urinary bladder and is removed as urine. I'll tell you again, the kidneys are bean-shaped organ which is present on either side of our spine, below our ribs and behind our belly. Each kidney is about 4 to 5 inches long. The work of the kidney is to filter blood. It helps to remove waste from our body. The waste gets collected in the urinary bladder and is removed as urine. I hope all of you are clear about our internal organs. And now let us do some revision. Let's revise. The organs of body which we cannot see are called. The organs of body which we cannot see are called A. External organ, B. Internal organ, C. Muscles. I already told you external organ that are visible outside and internal organ which is present inside our body. So the organ which we cannot see are called internal organ. Dash carry blood from the heart to the different parts of body. Options are A. Arteries, B. Vein and C. Lungs. So arteries are the blood vessels that carry pure blood to all the parts of our body. Answer is arteries. The dash in our head is protected by our skull. So do you know the meaning for skull? I have told you that skull is a hard bony structure which is present inside our head. That is called skull. The options are heart, lungs and brain. The answer is brain. Breaking down of food to be absorbed by the blood is called. So breaking down of food is nothing but digestion. Your options are ingestion, excretion and digestion. Breaking down of food to be absorbed by the blood is called digestion, because digestion is nothing but breaking down of food materials. And that's all the lesson. Children, if you have any doubt, we will discuss in the next class. Thank you, children.